100% spiciness rating. This deck just finished top 4 at a recent tournament in Nagoya, Japan, and we're going to try it out here today. It is Golgari Delirium and has some cards I have never played before, not even once. The first of which is the Osseous Stick Twister, a 2-mana 2/2 lifelink. If you have Delirium at the beginning of your end step, each opponent may sack a non-land permanent or discard a card. Pretty cool. Also Drag to the Roots. I don't think I've ever played this card before. Normally a 4-mana instant to destroy any target non-land permanent, but if you have Delirium, it costs 2 less to cast. So it is a 2-mana, destroy any target non-land permanent at instant speed, which is very good. And lastly, we have Let's Play a Game. Also have never played this card, a 4-mana sorcery. If you have Delirium, well, you choose one, and if you have Delirium, then you can choose one or more. So either creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 till end of turn. Little baby sweeper for some small mono red stuff. Each opponent discards 2 cards, and or each opponent loses 3 life, and you gain 3 life. So we're trying it out here today. There's also 4 copies of Random Realm Breaker, which is interesting. I mean, it's not a great turn 3 play, right? You play it on 3+, but the land you target is tapped, so it ain't doing a whole lot that turn. Better on turn 4. I'm interested that there are so many copies. You know, maybe it gets around more sweepers and best of 3 with, you know, Zur and Sunfall type stuff. But we're going to keep the list as is for starters today and give it a go. Let's do it. Let's play some games of Magic. My monitor or maybe HDMI cable is having some issues. I've had to re-record the intro deck tech a couple times. So if anything funky happens mid-video, like it just goes blank for a sec, hold on. I think it'll come back, and then I will go to Best Buy and fetch a new cord before the next video, which I'll be filming later today. Today's a ladder reset, so about 6 hours from now, I will give a go at the old rank 1 run. We're on the play. We got the Stick Twister. I guess we'll get a Cottage down. Maybe we could save the... change the camera here. We could Seed of Hope here. Just not slam Ren on 3 and do something else. I think that's fine, maybe. Okay. Golgari Delirium. I'm excited for this. It is mono red. The Ruckus. Next land, I think we'll just take the Fly Trap. And then I guess we won't play it on 3, but we can Quag Feast a creature, probably, so I think that's fine. Cool. Alright, 2-mana 2/2 lifelink. No Delirium yet. It's a creature, it's an equip. We got the Quag Feast and a tap land this turn. I do just want to give a huge thank you to everyone who joined the memberships yesterday. That was my first day ever enabling memberships, and a lot of you guys signed up, and I truly very much appreciate it, so I want to make that clear. We have plenty of cards here. We can go ahead and Quag Feast. Although setting up a Fly Trap onto a Lifelink Twister actually seems really good. Only up to 3 Delirium. Okay, 2 Lifelink swing is big. So we can go land, Realm Breaker plus. Or we can get the Bailmerk and try to turn on Delirium for the Stick Twister. Would not be really that bad. Okay. I mean, you really want Delirium, because I think Lifelink on the Stick Twister is big. We could Overlord and hit something. We're not really putting on enough pressure. I think I really want to hit Delirium this turn, if we can. For the Fly Trap specifically. I think that's quite important. Definitely take back a creature, play it out this turn. That's great. Okay. I don't think they're going to trade, but they could. If they eat it, we get double Stick Twisters end of turn effects here. That's really nasty. I think they can just decline to pick this, though. Is that the bit? Each opponent may sack a non-land permanent of their choice. And so they say, I do not want to sack a non-land permanent. But we dome them for a whole bunch of lifelink damage. And they do know the Fly Trap is coming. Okay, double strike. See if they can just kill us from 26. I think no blocks here. I don't think they're killing us from 26. And they're pretty low. And we'll get a big lifelink swing. They have lethal here? Are you fucking kidding me? That's so fucked. Are you kidding me? 26 to 0? Alright, let's see it. 6, 18, 19 fling. And then fling for another 18, right? Sack it, deal 9 off the fling and 9 off the other one. I mean, if we had blocked, it wouldn't have changed a thing, right? We would have absorbed 2 points of damage. Damn. That is sad. But I think the deck was playing super well. I thought that was cool for sure. We will run it back. That was, I'm not going to call it an anomaly, because that on one hand, it does happen all the time, but also, I think our deck was looking okay there at the beginning. But yeah, huge thank you to everyone signed up for the memberships. I may even, at the end of this video, if I remember, if I don't forget, I think I'd like to go ahead and read out the names, because I don't know whether you guys like that. I don't really know. Happy to do it. At least for this first batch. Aurelion. On the draw. Got some removal, got some stick twists. Seems okay. Boros Scryland. And to the bottom. Nothing to do on one. Naya. Not sure what that is. Okay, stick twisted up. A face down card. What is this? Yu-Gi-Oh? It's got Ward 2 as well. I mean, I guess we could offer the trade. We don't really have anything else to do. Yeah, we don't have Delirium, so, can't pay the Ward 2 either. You want to trade? Like, what is this? Sure. Guess that's okay with me. Not really sure how important that is. Okay, we'll just be mana efficient. If we're lucky they play something to Quag Feast here. Have to be a 3-drop or lower. Doing nothing, okay. Well, we could set up Delirium here, so let's begin with this. We have enchantment creatures, so we can, let's see here. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If we leave the artifact, we do keep Delirium, which I think is not bad. I kind of think they're just going to kill our fly trap, though, right? If we leave it down there, we get the stick twist, which is... I kind of think you actually want the card here. I think they're just going to kill our creature, right? So let's shut off Delirium for now. I'm assuming this thing dies to, like, get lost. Oh, nothing. Okay. Interesting. Could sweep next turn. We're not really sure. And no removal at all is kind of scary, because, again, it maybe implies a sweeper here. Need a white land to hit Sunfall. Dinosaur. Breaching Dragonstorm. Okay. Quintorius. Okay, so they are Discover. Mechanic-ish. Naya Discover. Scroll Shift. Bounce the Dragonstorm. So we have 4 cards, 5, 6. We can kill a 6-drop with the Quag Feast. I don't know what this card is. Hit the Motherlode, discover 10. Jesus Christ. Okay. And make 4 treasures. It is a 6-drop though, so we can kill that with the Quag Feast. It ain't over till it's over. Another Quintorius, my goodness. Okay. Discover 4. Another Scroll Shift. I wonder if Scroll Shift is the only Discover 4 target. They disguised the land. Yeah, it could be. And they're just gonna chain that. Down to 12. Scroll Shift, do the Dragonstorm. Maybe this is a known one-turn kill combo. I don't actually know. Scroll shift again? There are only so many left, though. We're down to 8. Have they gone through 3 scroll shifts? Yeah. Next Carnosaur. Down to 6. So they can get another Dragonstorm. And that brings us down to 4. And then scroll shift. Seems like this is a one-turn kill combo. Alright, very cute. And there is the last one. Okay. Lovely. Just lovely. Alright, cool. Matrix Zenho says, I am a newbie at MTG, but I love all the videos here. I am a teacher, and I do see you as an excellent tutor. That being said, I wish this idea goes forward, and the new series can be even more teaching-oriented for us here in your channel. Thanks a lot for the entertainment and tutoring provided. New series referencing, like, the taking on subscribers to potentially tutor. We only have green here, but we have the Seed of Hope. Yeah, we have lots of stuff to do. On the draw, it's okay. Red and Rumburger also fixes mana, in theory, so we're good to go. That is a nice draw. Maybe they have the fear of missing out in hand, or whatever the blue fear is. So we could get a sorcery and maybe an instant down there kind of easily. I guess we'll take the Stick Twister unless we really want Delirium for Drag to the Roots. We don't need multiple Curators, and we'll also be bottlenecked on green in general. I think we'll just leave the Stick Twister down there and try to get close to Delirium. We don't have too many artifacts in the deck. Do you think they're going to flash in a Rescue? They certainly could. I think let's hold on to the Quag Feast one more turn here. And we'll just drop a Curator. Who's to say if they just run out Shard Mage's Rescue and hexproof it up? Flash in the Kieran, just nowhere to run. Okay. All good. See if they tap out their white source this turn. Probably don't want to run out Roman. Oof. Okay, so this can kill creature, planeswalker, or vehicles. That's actually not that bad. Of all the decks that have answers to planeswalkers, our deck actually happens to have a nice answer in the Quag Feast. A card we want to be running anyway. Great. Conceit of Hope here, I suppose, in case we hit a black source that is not a pain land. Creature, instant, artifact. So either of these can be left down there. We already have enough land. I think we'll just take the next Wren. Okay. Destroy target non-land permanent. I mean, this is probably the better of the two to use right here. Well, we got Delirium. We could Wren and plus. Also just curate and direct to the roots. I think one of the two Wrens can go. Pick it up, put it back down. Losing Wren doesn't feel great. Maybe the Curator goes instead? Well, this is double spell, but, permanent card. I don't know if Wren survives that long. versus flyers and such. I'm not sure I'm willing to give up the Ren just yet. Even though it's more efficient to keep the other one. Okay. This is a massive creature. I think we run this out first. They probably can't kill it, so they'll need to bounce it. It's a 6/8. Or they can shelter by Ghosted away. And then we do have Drag to the Roots plus 2 mana to pay for it. Okay, game's not over. 1 card in hand, 2 mana open. Down to 8. What is the last card in hand? I'm not playing it. Fast land, alright. Well, unfortunately that means we can't also Ren this turn, because it doesn't untap, yeah, up to 1 target land, but you don't untap it. Okay, so it's just gotta be this. Not sure it matters when we do it, so ideally we do it on their own turn, in case they have to, if they do have this town, at least they have to spend mana on their own turn to bounce it back. It's like, no. Get back our fly trap. Double the counters with 6 Delirium. It's a 6/8. We have no flying blockers, though. Okay. And then what else? Another shelter? That would suck. Yeah. That sucks. Okay. Ow. Does not feel like that's going to do it. It's almost game here. I guess we Ren and minus, maybe. I mean, we need an answer to, an answer to the flyer somehow. That doesn't truly fix the problem. If they have another discard spell, we lose Liliana, but Liliana can't even target the flyer, so kind of too many different issues to deal with at once here. Double shelter is too bad. Anything else, our 6/8 would have basically survived. Okay. Alright. Little 0 and 3. Never hurt anybody. Good beats. Jack Digital. With respect to my Demir video yesterday, Baha, all caps, no way. That is super similar to a deck I was playing in March that got me to Mythic, only started playing again in February, but mine I built by modifying a starter fairy deck, so I had a lot of deck digging, while also picking through the opponent's hand. I'll have to bust it back out and give it another run. I think the archetype is fun. We're on the play, yeah, looks great. I've always been a big fan of like, cheap little creatures turn 1, turn 2, and then like, when Gix came out, whatever the 3 mana 3/3 Gix is, I always like that card. Attack, draw a card for every attacker. It just feels good. It's a good play pattern. It's a satisfying play pattern, at least. Take the action. Is it worth feasting on this guy? I'm actually not sure that it is. I think I'd rather wait till next turn. Definitely more nefarious targets to hit. I don't know if we'll get any value of Let's Play a Game. I mean, if we get lucky and they have lots of Heartfire heroes all at the same time, could sweep them. We shall see. We're not looking to trade the Stick Twister. We could very well turn on Delirium this turn and hit with the lifelink. And also have them lose either. They probably won't sack a permanent, so then they would get 2 more life, and we get 2 more lifelink off of that. Alright, that is a much better Quag piece. I'm glad we waited. It's roughly what I was waiting for. Cool, take the action. It's a land. Aha. I think we're taking out the mouse while we can. And we don't know if we'll set up Delirium or not. But I think it's worth it here. Double Strike is the bane of existence. Alright, we do not hit Delirium, right? We got... Oh, we do. Land Planeswalker. Ah, the Quack Feast itself. That's perfect. Okay. Well, give him heck. That's a huge turn for us. And if they do not sack a permanent, we deal 2 more damage. Bear in mind, we did lose game 1 versus this, right? We were at 26 life, and we went 26-0 in 1 turn. I don't think they're quite as well set up. Leave back the Nemesis to block. Okay. That is a crazy good draw. We have double black, so we could start with an Overlord here. Don't use all my black, though. Please. Please don't do that. Fly Trap. Another Lifelinker, though. Probably the Fly Trap is best. Lifelink's not bad. I think they might just scoop on this, though. Did swing for 5. Go up 2 in lifelink. They can either sack another non-land permanent, or they could just, like, discard a land here. Maybe they won't give us the extra lifelink. Nope, we go up to 25. Again, could, in theory, lose against mono red from 25 to 0, but I think it's unlikely given the setup they have now. They're also not obviously Rakdos for the fling effect. Okay, I guess they have like Rage here, and they're going to defend with that. So we can just Fly Trap onto the Lifelinker. -1/-1 is cute, but maybe not necessary. Double the counters. I think you just throw it in a Lifelinker. There is a risk they blow it out with like Burst Lightning, but looks like they don't have it this time. That is what the first game should have looked like. I do think the deck is fine. We've had a couple funny losses, right? We lost 26-0 versus Rakdos. 26-0 in 1 turn, and then we lost against the 1-turn kill combo versus the Quintorius thing. And I don't even remember what the 3rd game was. Oh yeah, we lost a 2nd Shelter by Ghosts. So, it happens. It's not ideal, but otherwise, we were doing okay in all of those games otherwise, I think. I don't think that this deck is bad. I think it's totally fine. We're on the play. We have no 1-drop, but otherwise, just fine. We could probably cut the Innkeeper's Talent for like 1 more removal spell. There is a nowhere to run on the sideboard. I might even make that change after this game. Just for a slight improvement for best of 1. But the talent is definitely a cool one of, you know? Okay. Don't think we can just show him the Curator yet. We could scoop on the spot, though. Could save it till next turn. I mean, this is probably one of the cards we most want to get down. Potentially against this matchup. We don't know what kind of Azorius they are. If they are Omniscience, then this is fantastic. They are. Okay, so they can still lock down the Curator, so we don't auto-win here. They can also bounce it. I mean, sadly, we have to assume that they could lock down this turn. So if you really want to play around that, you can play the Belmerk, but it doesn't help speed us up or speed our clock up at all. Belmerk could fetch the next Curator, which I think is valuable. Think about trading. Yeah, they definitely could have lockdown here. So we're looking for the next Curator here. Basically, it's what's happening. And this also plays around lockdown. Cool, the next Curator. That's fantastic. That way, if they lock down the first, we're ready to go with the next batch. That is a great outcome for us. Nothing to take out of the graveyard here. They do have second white source. They don't have lockdown. Yet. There's Omniscience. Okay. I mean, I will take that. I don't know if they realize what's about to happen, but it's about to happen. Goodbye. So if we attack, they can bounce. They could potentially mill into the next one. We don't have to attack with a Curator. We could just like random plus, for example. And still hold open the mana. I think that's okay with me. Okay, so they can't target it with the Dispersal, and they can't target the Curator because we didn't attack. So we can still hold open the 1 mana threat of activation. Because if you attack with Curator there, they could potentially bounce it and surveil right into the Omniscience and go turn 4 land, a Wailer's Awakening win. So I'm not willing to risk that. Okay, let's take a different card type. Let's see. I'm not sure what really matters here. Maybe instant is fine for now. I really want another land, honestly. I don't know if it's worth... Another land would be huge. Because we're not inspired to attack with a Curator here. We could attack and just let him bounce and run out the next Curator. I guess that's fine. In which case, what else do we want to run out this turn? Quag Feast is okay. We won't have a better target for it. Stick Twister is okay. I think we'll just run out a Quag Feast here. No, the same issue. We still have to leave open mana. That's too bad. Okay. Let's look for a land here.
Must not forget the mission.
I think I will take the land. Flat Trap is always good. Discarding them as card cards is probably not so helpful. This is interesting. This gives it Ward 1, which means we can attack with the Curator. Okay. Alright, they finally take the block. We could see a lockdown come out, but we have 2 Curators left in hand, so it's not that bad. Manual taps on blue. Try to course. Okay. Go ahead and take a sorcery this time, yeah? And we could get it up to a 7/7 this very turn. Don't quite have lethal. Liliana. Probably not the right matchup for you. You can also power up the Cottage here for what it's worth, which is kind of interesting. It's not that relevant. We get a tiny bit of value out of it, I guess. If they bounce it, it's a little bit annoying. I don't think it's worth the value right now. We don't need the...
My voice beckons to all worlds.
I think it's fine if they bounce the Curator. We just replay it. That's okay. There's no counter spell to counter on the way back down, otherwise we might be more careful. Here's the next Omniscience, though. Okay. At least one curator can come out here. In theory, they could chart a course and awakening in the same turn. So if you really want to be careful, you would leave open 2 mana, which means you wouldn't play out anything else here. We're being very careful, but, you know, this is how you don't lose the game, right? Yeah, I mean, in theory, they could go land, chart a course, reanimate. Okay, no. Omniscience. Even if they could counter a activated ability, we could then just repeat the curator again. Yeah, I think they realized the futility, perhaps? Yeah. We played that really carefully and slow, but I think that's the right way to play it. Play the curator, like the outs are, just be careful if they're going to bounce it back to your hand. You need to be able to redeploy it. They could have lockdown, so try to dig for the next curator off of the Overlord, and just in general, at some point you might need to leave open double activations if they have enough mana to both mill something and reanimate at the same turn. You don't need to be too greedy. So we played that super slow, but ultimately I think that was the correct way to play it. Very tortoisey. Tancheche 8606 says on the Dimir video yesterday, I think that you got pretty lucky about the matchup you were paired against. Blue-White Omniscience and Mono Black are the best matchups for Dimir midrange, hence the incredible win rate, but you played very well still. I agree. I think I said this throughout the video and at the end of the video that we happen to have a great day. Like, that deck should win exactly, like, roughly 50% on average, like, very average, and we won every game, and I totally chalked it up to RNG. So I agree and said that pretty much the whole video. Opponent goes first. We're on the draw. Tap lands are a bit awkward, but otherwise, it's not bad. Could also draw right into the untapped land. And we have a couple 1-drops to, like, piece together the curve. It's definitely not ideal. Is it the same matchup? It could be. That's quite nice. They're on the play, though, so there's actually a chance they could counter our curator. Which is kind of a mistake on our part. We definitely could have prioritized going tap land on 1, untap land on 2, land the curator before they have 3 mana for the counterspell. Because if they hold open 3 mana here, which they don't, then we're a little bit screwed. Now we can play the curator, but we really want the untapped land to also hold open. Guess I don't need it just yet. It's coming though. Delirium turned on. Yeah, we want to get the curator down now. And we don't have another choice anyway. And so we see if they have lockdown this game. We don't really have anything we can do to combat that. We probably lose if they just lock down. Land. They don't have it yet, though. They don't have the awakening yet. Stock up again. They can go look for the lockdown, though. Okay. Stick Twist, help them discard is probably not what we want to do. So it's probably just Ren this turn. They don't have enough mana to discard and do it all in the same turn, so I think it's just Ren here. Give them 6. There is Stick now on attack, so they do have the Dispersal. Okay, so that just means we'll rerun that out. Well, they don't have Counter Magic open. Yeah, I think you have to. I don't think you do that if you have Lockdown in hand, hopefully. We shall see. Stock up again. Dude is all stocked up. I mean, he really wants Lockdown if he main decks it. Which I think everyone in Best of 1 has figured out at this point. Alright, we'll go ahead and take something. All 4 stock ups. That's crazy. Okay. Not a land. Yeah, we don't really want to tap out from here on out, so we can only play 2 drops, sadly. So it's just the Stick Twister, I guess. But we can keep attacking with the Curator, because we can still replay it after a Dispersal. Yeah. I mean, it's too bad, but we can't afford the instant discard into the win con, so we have to play out the Stick Twister here, which means we do not play around Lockdown, and they've had 4 stock-ups to look for Lockdown, so... The other realistic option is to play Ren in minus and hope to hit an untap land, play the untap land and hold up in 1 mana for the Curator that way. It's not ideal. We also helped them discard here, but at least we have the Curator open. Okay, they've been 1 Awakening, so they have at least 1 more in hand, is my guess. Blast Zone could kill some recent... Alright, that's also interesting. This 6/7. Technically, they could run the third path that I like to run. Most people do not, though. Alright, so he has a random 6/7. We finally hit the land, which is nice. But we're kind of forced into doing the same stuff. Quag Feast can kill this guy, which is what we have to do. And the question is, do we risk the... They'd have to specifically have... I mean, they definitely could just get it this turn. Man, I think we play safe again. How's Blast Zone doing? It's okay. I think we play it safe again, unfortunately. Then we feast next turn. Because if we tap out here, they could either on our turn with 2 mana open, mill it somehow, or on their turn tap out. I mean, they have a lot of mana now, right? So they could have 7th land and just go 3 mana Confounding Riddle, mill 4, hit it, Wheel's Awakening. We think of the next Awakening in hand too, given they already discarded 1. Okay. Go ahead and take a creature, I suppose. Curator can randomly become a 7/7 as well. So even if they counter the Quag Feast, it's not game over just yet. We've seen 0 riddles all game, right? So we should kind of expect. Next land is really good in general. I think we start with the Quag Feast, and then maybe play the Stick Twister. Or we could attack with the Curator and go exile, exile, make it a 7/7. Alright, we can't pay 4. So we could attack with the Curator. If they bounce it, they could go for a lethal, though, which is not great. So we could instead play the Stick Twister and just hold open 1. Again, super careful playing. Yeah, if they have Pharaoh's Dispersal, it's bad. Then we're completely defenseless. So I think it's just this guy. So if they can mill 2 Omniscience here, then they are good to go. They could also like attack with the Regent, Pharaoh's Dispersal, their own Regent, return it to hand, replay it, bounce some of our stuff. It doesn't like solve their issues, but it does slow us down again a little bit. Alright, that will kill the Curator next turn. Drop to 6 to keep all the cards in hand. Another land, 4 cards left. Okay. Lasso would also sweep that up, for what it's worth. 4, 5, 6, they could play another Regent here, which would be kind of annoying. What do we have currently? Sorcery and Creature. We can take instant. Still good to keep milling. So they'll Blast Zone kill both of our 2-drops. Wonder how good Let's Play a game is. We're about to lose here, right? We're about to lose our Curator. We have no way to defend ourselves then. Trap is interesting. Put it on the Beastie. And then what? It would be a 7/7. That would swing for lethal, so they'd have to block with a Regent, which isn't bad. Yeah, I think the Flat Trap is our best play onto the Beastie. Blast Zone takes a lot of mana. Depends if they have the next Dispersal. Yeah, I mean, I think we just find out if they have it here. There's not a whole lot we can do, I don't think. If we survive another turn, we can use the Cottage to take another card. Okay, so this has got to go on the thing that's not a 2-drop. It's a 7/7. I mean, I think they're gonna Blast Zone anyway, right? So I think we can just attack all. I don't think it really matters. Block there, then Blast Zone, right? If we just go to damage, they have a chance to Blast Zone? I still think they want to Blast Zone here, right? That's weird to me. Now we just hold open the Curator again. I mean, I think if we put the Curator on the stack, I think they would have Blast Zone in response. So I think we got them to 1 for free, basically. So we can take one more card because we got nothing better to do. Doesn't matter. Actually, we don't have to do this at all, do we? I don't think they can get anything back, right? Not sure this matters. Okay. Well, we'll see if they have it here. There's nothing else we can do. They don't have Omniscience down there yet. So, yeah, we'll see if they can pull it off here. They get it. Alright. Well, they only have a couple cards in hand. They could still whiff the draw phase. We've tried our best. One of the cards is the land. That's not so bad. One of them's going to be Awakening, and then they only have 2 cards left in hand to draw. One of them could be a land. We shall see. Ah, that's not game over yet. Okay, they dig 3. I mean, of all the possible outcomes, this is the best shape we could be in. We still threaten lethal. That... They go for the draw 3. Probably gets them the rest of the way. Invasion. Okay, they do manage to nab it. Too bad. Close game. If we had like one more land early, I feel like we could have deployed more things per turn. But having to keep open 1 mana the entire game is not ideal. So they cycle through the thing and they do get lethal. But it was a good game. I don't think we made any mistakes. I don't think there's anything we could have done differently. If we had played Let's Play a game instead of the Fly Trap, nah, I think we had to threaten lethal there. You know what? Maybe that would have been better. So we played the Fly Trap. They would have blocked the Beastie. No, they were still at... How did we get them to 1? Oh, they randomly, like, didn't use the Blast Zone. There's no way we could have anticipated that. I mean, I was sure they would have used that before combat, and then they let us move to damage. If we knew for a fact that that's how they would have played, we could have played Let's Play a Game instead, and then the discard 2 cards might have locked them out of potentially, having enough cards to draw into the win. So that could have been an interesting thing to do. But it wouldn't have killed them. At some point, they should have used the Blast Zone beforehand. But yeah, we definitely could have used Let's Play a Game and just hoped that discarding 2, they would have whiffed the draw. Who's to say? Who's to say? Could have been better. Not sure. All right, we got one-ish more game here. Yeah, I'll go back and look at that game again, maybe after the fact. Instead of the Fly Trap, if we had paid 4... Forget about the life total, because I don't think that matters, because I would have just blocked the Beastie for free. And they would have had to have used the Blast Zone beforehand, otherwise they just would have lost. And the real question is, would the discard 2 have shut them out of being able to draw through their whole deck? That's kind of the question left. Alright, we're on the play here. We do have a Seed of Hope. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Could try to hit an untapped land, I guess. I don't know if the Stick Twister is worth missing the curve out. It's black discard. Well, let's see what we get here. I don't know if we need Demolition Field versus Pixies, per se. I think I'd rather just take some... Man, it's not going to hurt us. I think we want to get Ren down. It's going to be hard for them to deal with in general. Direct Roots is still expensive. I think we just keep the cheap stuff for now. Alright, well, we'll see if the Stick Twister's any good. Where's Pixies? Pick it up, put it back down. Probably been the next Stick Twister. That does turn on Delirium. Okay, yeah, Quack Feast is fine here. I don't think we're greedy and go for Seed of Hope to try to hit the next land. Okay, Delirium is on. They can just sack the Nightmare, I think. Which is not really ideal for us. I think that means they, I don't want to hover over the card too much. Yeah, when it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, it's like any non permanent, right? So they can sack their Nightmare for free and get a 0-mana Scry too. But it looks like they want to pick it up and put it back down. So I guess we are keeping the Random Realm Breaker. I don't think we're attacking. I think we just let this thing sit around. And I don't think we minus either. I think we plus.
If this is my final fight, then we must win.
Sure. If we do attack, it does protect Ren. Maybe we should have attacked first, and they trade. I think it's okay with me. I think in general they might have a hard time killing Ren. I think we should have attacked first, and hoped they blocked, and then played the Ren and be like, alright, we'll find a creature to deal with it. Ended up blocking anyway. Maybe they have a way to deal with the Planeswalker. Okay. Well, the Death Touch does eat our creatures fairly well, which is unfortunate. -1 does not help. Discard 2 cards is okay, but I think we are looking for like a removal spell or blocker or something.
I see endless
Huh.
and rebirth.
I mean, none of these cards are great. Could Overlord look for something better? Overlord get anything back, I guess, is decent. Okay. Liliana does deal with the issue at hand, assuming they don't have another creature. Let's see, they are lower on life total, so they'll get a 1/1, right? That's not really an ideal solution. It doesn't feel like Liliana's going to do a whole lot here. Could go Land Curator, could go Beastie, could get the Stick Twister. They just lose life every turn. Curator could hit like a truck very soon. I think we'll take the Curator. It's a lot of mana to invest, but it is a random 7/7. And unless they have Shelter, if they can't know where to run it early, they might not have a way to deal with it. They're also not pure Pixies, right? Now they're Pixie mid-range. I do have nowhere to run immediately. That's okay. Not a whole lot we could have done about that. They get their free attack. They get the 1/1, which is why Liliana was not going to be a great pick. Right?
Not yet.
Now this creature attacks the player with the most life. Who's shutting that off? Okay. Probably an obvious answer there. We have the most life. Why did they not create a 1/1? Could take their last 2 cards, I guess. Which I don't think is awful. Cottage, get a free food token for what it matters. Does have vigilance.
My voice beckons to all worlds.
Sure. Okay, well there go your last 2 cards. Liliana down is nice for us, otherwise we lose the land, which would have been painful. They're down to 8, but I don't really know. Oh, they attacked our Planeswalker, that's why. Ah, okay. Well, maybe Liliana would have been a little bit better than I thought then. I think they just would have attacked our life total anyway, if they were smart. Alright, they now have a draw engine. It's not so great. We could leave the 6/6 alone. I think we have to kill the 6/6, right? Eventually we have a Bailmerk to block the Schism. I mean, they're only making 1/1s for a long time, right? As long as they're not drawing cards, I don't care as much, but... They have an Annex draw engine and a Preacher potential draw engine. We have no good blocks. Libertrix says, still new to Magic, so I don't know too much about the community yet. Hold on a second. Sure. Okay, I guess we're just eating the food this turn. No point in attacking to the Death Touch. However, many YouTubers offer a Discord, also for subscribers, / in your case, the banana tier or whatever tier. Maybe this is something you can do as well. It can be used to talk about decks, etc. Many also got it for free, so it might be, in general, not bad. Yeah, I'm hesitant to do this yet. It probably... There needs to be some way to organize the... I should probably rename the garbage tier, by the way. I thought it was funny when I named it, but maybe it'll turn people off from doing it. My deck's not a garbage deck. My deck's a good deck. You should play it. It's definitely not a garbage deck. I should probably rename it to something more endearing. But yeah, it's probably a good way to organize those people. But I have been hesitant. People have asked me for Discord before, and I'm hesitant. Because if I'm being real, I don't want a bunch of random people sliding into my DMs all day. That sounds exhausting, you know? I also just don't have the time to read through. I'm just not on Discord all day long to, like, answer chat. Like, that is not my role in life is not to be a Discord responding bot. That's just not what I'm going to do. So, I can make a Discord. It probably should be made for the garbage tier and Hall of Heroes tier as a way to organize people and keep track of their deck list they want to play or whatever. But a general Discord that anyone can access me, I don't know if I want anyone to access me. You guys can already access me in the comments, right? That's a good system for that. I mean, they have a whole bunch of mana open. They can block with the Fortress here. I think it's fine to throw away the Cottage. I don't know what else it's doing. I mean, what do they want to do here? They want to know where to run the Cottage? Is that what wants to happen? Why didn't they just replay this, right? thing is, we have nothing better to do with our mana anyway, so I don't even hate throwing away the cottage. But I guess they're going to trade it for nowhere to run. Just not really sure what else we can do. Okay, here's an attack. Is there anything they can get back? Not sure. I'll take the Liliana. Just a normal trade with the Death Toucher. That's great. No, now they know where to run. Get lost the Bailmerk. Too bad. Half token value is not awful. I'm honestly fine with this trade. Maybe they have a lockdown to sweep is the thing. And then they'd, I don't know. You know, I don't know if this moves the needle that much. I guess we can destroy the Annex, so we have to keep it. So yeah, I think once people subscribe to the higher tiers and they need a way to directly communicate with me to get their money's worth, basically, if they're going to pay that much, like, should ideally try to deliver on what I promised, then Discord makes sense. But I don't know if banana tier, coffee tier needs Discord, because if you want to reach me, you can just leave me a comment, and I get through a lot, not all. You know, I probably get through the first 5 to 10 comments, depending on how slow the opponents are playing every... I think you leave them with the 6/6 and kill the draw engine, right? We could also kill the lockdown here. Get back the beastie. Nowhere to run. Nope, that's terrible. I mean, I think you have to kill the draw engine. Leave him with the 6/6. I don't think there's really a choice. I guess you could kill the 6/6 and let him flip it and hope they just whiff for several turns. So 13, I mean, it's not been a super eventful game for us. That's a good card. I don't know if it can win for us here, though. Yeah, plus I get the 2 life gain off of this, too. I don't think we're going to win this one.
I am the nexus of all that is.
I'm the nexus of all that is. I don't know, man. I need better than the nexus of all that all is. I need to impact the battlefield here substantially. Okay, we can get back a creature, but it feels like too little at this point. I am regretting not taking the 6/6. I think leaving with the Annex and have them maybe drain themselves to death would have been a better play. How do we possibly win here? The Curator does hit very hard next turn. It's not lethal by itself. The Omnivore is actually also massive. This card's always good, right? Does not have reach despite it being a plant. Double Fly Trap, not enough mana for it all. Does survive Nowhere to Run. Does not survive Get Lost if they got more of that. It is a 6/8. It is a quick clock for sure. And it is lethal next turn if they can't answer it. They don't have a blocker. If they like got greedy and tapped the fortress or something. I mean, yeah, they just block with a fortress here. I think we can put this on itself, right? Because whenever you attack, you get the trigger anyway. Double the number of +1 counters. Is there anything else I could do to gain life here? Like, I think we can invest in the next one, right? Go to 7. Yeah, I think that's fine. Are they going to gain life here? Cease and Assist. I think this is fine. Even if they cease and assist, they still would have a... Okay, they have lethal here somehow. They didn't block with the Restless Fortress? Am I crazy? You can block with that, right? Powered up for 4. We don't have... Do we have Trample? I don't think we have Trample in that card. Delirium. I don't see Trample. Make a 1/4 Nightmare creature? I guess I just forgot. Okay. Well, a surprising win. I really didn't. I was actually going to scoop earlier, but I was like, I guess we'll stick it out. And I do think we probably shouldn't have killed the 6/6. I mean, I think we probably should have killed the 6/6, leave them with the Annex. And they do get to draw a free card every turn. But if they whiff on demons for a while, then they would just kind of kill themselves. I think that would have been the better play. Okay, real quick, a little deck tech. I honestly had a lot of fun with this. We lost the first 3, but those are all kind of ridiculous games, right? Overall, this is a totally average, if anything, slightly below average, probably slightly under 50%. But it is fun, it is different, it is spicy, and it's cool to play. Let's Play a Game is probably one of the weakest cards here. I don't think you need a 4-drop that for a discard 2. The -1/-1 is super niche, right? Like, by that stage of the game, your opponent's Heartfire Hero has already outscaled it. So if there was a card for me to cut, it'd be this one. But otherwise, I had a lot of fun. And it's cool to have a main deck curator that is an answer to the Omniscience deck, and you can have that whole kind of back and forth cat and mouse game. So overall, I had a lot of fun with this today. I've got 5 hours to get some food, coffee, and kind of gear up. And then I'll try to give this, 8 to 12 hour run for rank 1 Mythic, and we'll see how it goes. It might take a couple days to release. I did promise I would give shoutouts. So I feel like I should do that because I feel like that is the honorable thing to do. So let me just real quick go find, if you did subscribe as a member yesterday, let me try to dig up the page. And I won't read out last names in case you actually wanted privacy. I don't know what you guys wanted, but big thank you to everyone who joined as a member. Real quick, I'm just going to go through them right now. Wallaby G, Only Alex, Thiago V, Anders, The Turd Gobbler, of course, Gene Guy, Scott S, Austin T, Rich G, Martin, Daniel J, Rumen G, Anthony, Eduardo B, Dossamer, Aaron M, Mirko K, The Black Avenger, Knight, oh, there's a bug in the program, Night Viper LD, Kyle B, Eric T, Bot Smash, JD G, Ben L, and Pos. Thank you guys so much for becoming a member. It's really quite generous of you. Again, please do not send me any money ever if you need to take care of your own shit. But if you like, this content and you watch it a lot and you want to support the channel, I think it will scale very well. So I really do appreciate it. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. As always, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.